Hey, everybody. Okay, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. So I kind of want to put this phone somewhere where I can sit and talk to you. Hey, Cindy, I tried to call you back, girl. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a time. Give me a second. There we go. There we go. That's a little bit better, I think. Hold on. Let me set up the back. Okay. I'm kind of trying to see what all y'all can see. Because as you can see, I'm not at my house. Hey, Amy. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Cindy. What's up, girl? Both of my Cindys are here. Hey, Maren, what's up, girl? I'm so glad you're in here. How you feeling? You guys, go show MernCat75 some love on her channel. She really needs the support over there, okay? So give her a subscribe and go comment on her videos and let her know that, Nicole sent you from Real Talk Recovery. Doing counseling. That's great, Cindy. I'm so proud of you. That's what I wanted to come on and talk to you guys about. I wanted to come on and talk to you guys about how, getting clean and sober, getting sober. I like to say getting sober because, I don't know, I'm just not with all that technical stuff. Hold on. I really want to set this up so it will be, hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm a mess. There we go. How's that? Is that a little bit better? I wanted to talk about how getting sober, you guys, is only half the battle. I watched a video that Leonard from Her Opiate Fix put up yesterday. And if you guys haven't already went over and subscribed to Leonard's channel, if you like my content and the way I am just straight up about stuff, then you're going to love his content. He's a real OG. He's got I think he's probably coming up on 22 years sober. But anyway, he made a video yesterday about how getting clean and sober is only half the battle. It doesn't really even, you can take the drugs and the alcohol away from the drug addict, but that doesn't change the drug addict, okay? The person doesn't change until we start working on the inside. His channel is called Her Opiate Fix, all one word. I'll spell it out for you. HEROPIATEFIX. Her Opiate Fix. And I've never asked him why he named his channel that, but I'm going to ask him one day. Thank you, Amy. So, okay, so the whole time I was in active addiction, I thought that if I got clean and sober, that my life was just going to be miraculously better. Okay? And so my goal was to get clean and sober. If I get clean and sober, then my life is going to be better right away, right? And I'm not trying to discourage you guys from getting clean and sober. I mean, I want you to get sober, okay? But what I'm trying to tell you is that when you get sober, things are not going to change unless you start making changes. Action is the number one thing you got to start doing, taking action. And when you're trying to get sober and you're trying to change a lot of things all at once, sometimes it can become really overwhelming. I've been watching some people's videos that are new in recovery, and I try to give them suggestions of things that I kind of did when I first started out. Hey, Corey, what's up? I try to let them know the thing that I did, I think that helped me out a lot in the beginning of my sobriety, you guys, was I stuck to a plan. I had a strong foundation in a meeting with other women that were strong in their sobriety, and I had that support from other people that were in recovery. But then I also had a schedule of things that I did on certain days that kept me in the loop in my sobriety. I think what can happen to a lot of people in early sobriety is we tend to kind of just feel like we need to stay at home and not leave our house, right? And so we're just at the house all the time, isolating, maybe watching old I mean, for for a while there, I was watching reruns of Weeds. Do you guys remember that? I think it was a sitcom or Netflix. I think it was on Netflix called Weeds with the mom who sells pot. And I would stay in my house all day long and I wouldn't leave because I thought if I leave, then I might relapse, right? And so I would never leave the house. Well, you can't stay stuck in your house because you're going to go insane. What up, Great Dane? You're going to go insane if you don't leave your house. Hey, Hannah. And so, good morning. I'm so glad you're here, my love. I'm going to be calling my ladies on Patreon at 3 o'clock Central. So I hope you guys will be able to be on the phone call with me. So in the beginning of my sobriety, you guys, I really had a plan of action of things that I did every day to help me stay sober. Okay. And it might seem really nitpicky, but it's so important because for me, what would happen if I didn't have a plan is my mind would start to wander. We all know about that stinking thinking. Okay. I'd start reminiscing on old times when I used to get high. That was one of my main problems was I would have these, I would like, you know how when I tell those crazy story times and stuff, I mean, I can tell them now, no, don't even affect me. Sometimes I get myself a little hyped from telling them because I get so into it, but it doesn't trigger me anymore. It doesn't make me want to go out and get high. Do you know what I'm saying? But back then, when I first started 4.5 years ago, it made me want to use thinking about that kind of stuff. And I was also struggling so badly with dreams at night. And the kind of dreams that I would have were the dreams that I was about to inject myself, and then I would wake up. And I would wake up and I would swear I just got high, and I would have to get up, cool down, walk around the house a little bit and realize, hey, Nicole, you're not high. It was a dream. But that's how real some using dreams are. And I know you guys can probably relate. And it was always like right then when I was doing it, right as I was injecting it. So early sobriety, those are the kind of things that are going in and out of our minds, the dreams at night of using, old friends coming into our lives or trying to get a hold of us to get us to go out and hang out with them. I used to have people that would show up on my doorstep. Yo, Nicole, what's up? Hey, let's go kick it. Hey, Justin, what's up, babe? And I'd be like, what's up, man? I'm sober, And, oh, come on, I got a quarter. I'll give you a quarter of dope. And I know a quarter's not a lot, but for meth, shit, I stay up for a week off a quarter of dope. You know what I mean? So when I first got clean, me and Neil lived in the same house we live in now, and the same house we lived in our addiction. I had to put a sign on the door that was like, don't fucking come here. Don't knock. I'll call the police. Because I was working so hard on getting my son back, you guys. And I didn't want to risk any chances of me losing my son. It was already bad enough that he was, in foster care. I was so upset. Like, I tried really hard to get him to go with my mother-in-law, but the state wouldn't let him. And I tried to get him to go with other family members, and every person that we tried to, get him to go with, the state wasn't allowing us to do that. And so my son had to go into foster care. So when I got clean, I was not fucking around, So that probably saved my life, having my son taken away from me, because it really forced me to like fucking man up. It forced me to go through the hard times. It forced me to feel the feelings I was having, go through the anxiety, go through the depression. It forced me to talk about how I was feeling and tell somebody about it, talk to my doctor, talk to my therapist. And that was like the main thing for me, you guys, was like struggling with my emotional sobriety. And I know you guys see how emotional I am when I share and stuff. And that's because I'm passionate about what I'm talking about. And when I talk about my child or my experience in active addiction, I can't help it, you guys. Like the tears just well up in my eyes. But when I first got sober, I was crazy as hell. I was so up and down, up and down, up and down. And I'm not bipolar. I do have generalized anxiety disorder and I do have depression. Okay. But that's it. And so, but because of years and years and years of drug use, my emotions and my emotional sobriety, my mental health was fucked. Okay. It was shit. I was a mess. I did not love myself. I did not feel confident. I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't think I was beautiful. I didn't think that anybody wanted to hear anything I had to say. I thought of myself as a rodent, a mouse on the ground that you see and you catch it in one of those mouse traps and snap its neck. Like that was me. That's how low I thought I was. You know, I didn't think that I deserved to have any kind of goodness in my life because of all the things that I did while I was in active addiction. And you know, I only glossed over a little bit of my story with Josh on 23andMe. But you guys, I was using drugs from the time I was 17, okay? And of course, it started out just like I said on his channel with pot and getting drunk. But the moment I tried cocaine and methamphetamine for the first time, stimulants really fucking got my attention, I wanted to be high because I could do things. I felt like, I think I've always struggled with like low energy levels, low metabolism. And so when I was on stimulants, I was finally getting that, like that what I needed, that energy, you know? And I still seek that today. I still struggle with not having any energy. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? We haven't done any part 2 yet. I'm having his wife on my channel on November 11th, you guys. And I'm kind of trying to see how my channel does after with that video we did together. And then I'm going to give it like a little bit, probably about a month or 2. And then I'll go back on his channel and I'll tell his audience about my prison experience. But I really, really love Brittany, you guys. Like I consider her a friend. We don't know each other in person, but she is so kind, and Josh and Brittany are good people. And I'm not just saying that because he brought me on his channel. I'm saying that because they are good people. Like I agree with a lot of the things they believe in. I love that they're family oriented and that, you know, their kids are number one, and that's how I feel about my son, you know. So I look up to them. I can only hope that one day I can be half the channel that Josh and Brittany are over there. You know, even Brittany's channel, she's got, you know, a good channel also. And I know that, as you know, since she's had her, since she's had her 4th baby, she's been, you know, probably very tired, probably a lot of work going on. I can't even imagine, y'all. I've only got one little boy, and I'm over here struggling. It's hard work having a kid. But they're A++ in my book. And I don't say that about many people, you know, because here on YouTube, I've had such a bad experience with so many people. I've just had fake people try to be around me, you know. I was like, what are you doing? So if you guys have any questions, I just wanted to come on here and chat with you guys. And I wanted to talk to you guys and let you know, like getting sober, that is what we want to do. But that's only half of the battle. The other half is, you know, getting your mental health straightened out. Because if you're like me and you were on drugs for a long time, then I was in a constant state of hallucination towards the end of my addiction, you guys. I was constantly seeing things that weren't really there. Okay? The story I told on Death's channel, that was just one of the instances where I hallucinated so badly that I thought that people were trying to hurt me. I thought that police officer was trying to shoot me, and he wasn't. They were trying to help me, you guys, and I was so afraid. So getting sober, while that is like it feels like that's the hardest part, I feel like the hardest thing is staying sober and working on your inside, okay? Because recovery is an inside job. You know what I mean? Corey wants to know, did you ever see Meth Demons? Okay, Corey, I'm fixing to tell you a story. You ready? This is for you. Corey22, shout out to you. I'm going to tell you about some meth demons. Only we didn't call them meth demons. We called them the Nanichis. So, when I first started dating this guy, we'll call him Jay. Okay, I first started dating this guy named Jay, and his whole family shot dope. Hey, Leonard. That's who I was telling you guys about. Her opiate fix, you guys. Go subscribe to his channel. Okay? So this is for you, Corey. They were called the Nanichis, the shadow people. Okay? Now, I have never heard of the Nanichis before. All right? I didn't call them that. Okay. So let me tell you the story. So when I first started dating Jay, his whole family, we all lived in this trailer together. Okay. One trailer, and it was me, Jay, his dad, his sister, her kids, and her boyfriend. And we all lived in the same trailer together. Hey, Candy. Hey, Liz. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I'm telling the old story time. The trailer of your dreams. And so what would happen is I would go into work, I would get off, and then on Fridays, every Friday without fail, you guys, I'd get my paycheck, I'd pick up Jay, we'd go get a bag of weed, and then we'd go get some pills or some dope. Okay, well, Jay's best friend, D, okay, cooked methamphetamine. And so he would come over to our house whenever he did a batch, and he would give us free dope to test it out. Okay, hey, let me know if this is good. This is before I started shooting up, okay? And so we would either do a hot rail or smoke it or snort it, you know? And you guys know what hot rails are. If you don't, I'm going to tell you. When you are doing methamphetamine, you line out yourself a line and you get one of them straight shooter glass pipes, okay, that the rose comes in. And you take it and you light the end of it with a torch and you get it till it's glowing. And then you stick the cool end to your nose and the hot end, and then guess what happens? You blow out a mushroom cloud of meth smoke. Okay, so after about 3 or 4 of those hot rail mushroom clouds of meth smoke, your girl is starting to like seriously, this is what I do every single time. I either start like going around the house and pulling all the blinds shut, because I don't know what it was, you guys, especially at night. I would always think that I saw stuff outside in the distance over there behind that tree. I was infamous for thinking that there was a woman in the bedroom with my man while I'm in the living room. Like, seriously, as a heart attack. I could walk in there and I would see like something coming out of the covers, like a head. I cannot tell you guys how many times I've accused Neil, my husband, when we were in active addiction, of having a woman in the bed with him while I'm right beside him. And you guys know, like, disclaimer, I'm laughing because it's so damn crazy. But when I was going through it at the time, it was scary as hell. All right, so me and Jay, we tested out the dope. It was good. So me, Jay, and D got in my car, okay? And we're driving to D's house. Okay, so we're leaving the trailer park and we're going to Dee's house. Dee lived in town right off 3rd Street. And it's like right in the middle of Hot Springs, Arkansas, in town. And so we're driving out there. And this is on the first day. So I'm tweaking, you know, I'm feeling good, but I'm all right. I can drive. I'm you know, we're just doing our thing. We go out to his house, we get all the dope, and then we're driving back out to the country, okay, to go hang out where they like cook it at. Okay, and it's like it was like off Amity Road, which is like this road that goes from Hot Springs all the way through to Glenwood, all the way through to, it just goes straight through Arkansas, basically. It's like a long-ass road. And so we jumped in my car, we drove out there to that trailer. Well, Well, we're all there, me and there's these two other girls that are there. We're cleaning the house, we're pilfering, we're coloring. I mean, just basically tweaker shit. We're me and my boyfriend will like sneak off and like go, you know, have a crazy meth sex and then come back out and I'll go back to like cleaning and drawing. Well, it was probably about 3 days in, and we've been out at the same trailer, okay, in the middle of nowhere. All right. And this is where every single time, you guys, I would just start to like, I would be asking everybody, like, did you see that? And this is where fucking Jay fucked me up because he goes, and his dad had drove down with his sister. So we got the whole family at this trailer out in the middle of nowhere. And his dad was crazy, crazy old alcoholic. His dad was so crazy, he'd get to so drunk and he'd start, woo! I mean, just drunk, y'all. Just drunk. And so his dad comes, they're all there and we're all high. And we're all in the living room and I'm going around pulling the blinds down, okay? I'm pulling the blinds down. I'm moving chairs in front of doors and propping it up against the doorknob. Hey, Crystal. I am moving dressers in front of doors. I'm doing anything I can to block off entrances into this house, you guys. Shh. Paco. That was me. It was your mom. It was me. I'm blocking off every entrance with like a dresser or a seat or something, just trying to make sure that nobody can get in. And that's when Jay's dad looks at me and he says, "You know about the Nanichis, don't you?" And I was like, "What?" He said, "The Nanichis, the shadow people." And I'm like, "Oh my God."
The Shadow Man and Hello Neighbor.
Basically the Slender Man, only it's really not the Slender Man. It's like these shadow people. It's what you see whenever it's been a long week. You know what I'm talking about?
Shadow Man.
Shadow Man. That's what we'll call him.
Shadow Man.
Say hi to everybody.
What?
Say hi.
I'm eating my French.
Okay. I gotta go take the story inside the other room because I don't want them to hear.
Hey,
I love you. No, I don't. Thank you. Love you. He's a good boy too, y'all. Okay, so the Nanichis. And I'm like, fuck, dude. So I'm even more afraid, you guys. Now I'm gonna call the police. Now I'm gonna call 911. And that's something I always fucking did. But I didn't this time because if I had called 911, they probably would have murdered me and buried me out in the yard somewhere because that's the kind of tweakers I was kicking it with. These dudes did not play around. So anyways, the Nanichis are the shadow people. And after he kind of planted that seed in my mind, I stayed up all night long, you guys, pacing that trailer, checking each window, looking out. Every time I would look out the window, I would see this black, do you know what the devil looks like? Like the horns and the mustache, like then he's like, that's what I would see out the window. I would see this black devil face. It was the scary, I felt like he was getting inside of my soul. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, and the longer I stayed up, the more real it became. Until finally, I just passed out from exhaustion. But my boyfriend was so mad at me, you guys. I cannot even explain how mad he was because I was so afraid. I was crying. I was running around this trailer. I looked like a psychopath, and everybody else is having a good time being high. But that was what would happen to me, you guys. Like I would get so high and then once I started shooting up, it got even worse. It would get to the point where I would shoot up and then the next day I would be hallucinating. And so this was like something that, oh God, it would happen all the time. Just like I was telling Josh over on his channel. I've called the police before because I thought someone was breaking in and we were all smoking dope in the house. And the cop comes up, knocks on the door, and everybody in the living room is smoking. And so it was at the time my husband was with me and he was smoking and he grabbed the pipe and stuck it in his sock. and it burned his skin. It went all the way. He has a huge scar from it in his ankle from where he went and stuck that pipe down his sock and it burned his skin. So anyway, I've seen everything there is to see on dope. Okay, I'm telling y'all that for the truth. I've stayed up for many, 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 many days. I think the longest I stayed up for was 13 days straight. And I almost got admitted into the psych ward that time. I went to the hospital at St. Vincent's, and just like I did, I left AMA. And I saw some people commenting like, oh, we would have held you there because they like worked at the emergency room or whatever. All the time, you guys, like one time I was hooked up in the emergency room with an IV and the things on my chest because I was so high that they were like trying to figure out what was wrong with me. And I was hallucinating as I was laying in the hospital bed, and I just ripped them off of me and ran out the door. And so it would happen. I think I've like ran out of the door twice in 2 different hospitals, St. Vincent's once and Baptist Health another time. Also, somebody asked me, they were like, how many hospital bills do you have? Let me just tell you that every year when I do my income tax, the state takes my state income tax because I owe so many hospital bills. Okay, so yeah, it's not cool. But what I was thinking that we could do tonight, you guys, since there's a lot of you that are new here, I want to have a fun time tonight. And I want to do it late, or late for me. It'll be 10 o'clock my time. So it'll be 8 o'clock on the West Coast. I think it'll be 11 o'clock on the East Coast. And yeah, so I want you guys to come, and I have the Real Talk Recovery cell phone number, okay? I'm giving it out. I literally made a post on my Instagram about it. I want you guys to call in with your craziest stories. I don't care if it's a crazy story about your addiction. I don't care if it's a scary story about ghosts because it's Halloween weekend. Okay? I want you guys to call in with your craziest stories. And I really hope, and nobody will see you. You can remain anonymous, okay? You just call in and say, yo, my name is anonymous, if you don't want to say who you are. If you want to say who you are and you have a YouTube channel, then you can say who you are and you can come on and we'll shout your channel out. I'll have you on speakerphone on the phone, and I'm going to be live streaming from my laptop on StreamYards, okay? It's going to be dope, you guys. Like I said, so call in, tell me your craziest stories, tell me your scariest ghost stories, tell me your craziest paranormal experiences, tell me about something you saw while you were high as hell in your addiction. I don't know, anything, okay? And let's have a good time tonight. Let's laugh. We're going to be sober, right? We're going to be sober. And normally what would we be doing out there on Halloween? We'd be out getting crunk. We'd be out getting fucked up, but not this year. This year, here's the phone number. And don't trip. I'm not just giving out my phone number, y'all. This is the Real Talk Recovery cell phone number, so it's okay for y'all to have it. We normally be out, getting wasted or something, or fucking almost killing ourselves because we'd be tripping acid and wearing Halloween costumes. But this year, we're going to have some good, clean, sober fun here on Real Talk Recovery. And I'm going to tell you guys some ghost stories. I'm Googling some stories now. I'm going to get the lights in here. I'm going to get all set up spooky style. And I'm going to get my mother-in-law. She has a whole bunch of these like witches and stuff. I'm going to set the witches up behind me. And we're going to have us a good old-fashioned Halloween spooky time. So I just think it would be fun. And, I'm just so excited to have all you guys here. And seeing my channel grow is literally making my heart explode. It's just so awesome. I've seen a lot of y'all's comments. I'm trying to comment back to all you guys and let you know. Some of you have been asking about Dr. B's channel. I linked his channel to everybody that asked. I linked it in both of the videos yesterday. I also linked our Discord server if you guys want to join our Discord and come hang out and chat with us. let me see, let me think what else. Some of you guys have been asking about what my equipment is and what I film on. I film on my cell phone. I am working towards getting a camera. Hopefully by the first of the year, by Christmas time, I'll have a camera. And when I do, of course, I'm going to show you guys, and you'll be able to tell the difference in the quality of my content. But as my channel grows, I'm not very good at like editing and doing stuff like that. So what I probably do is hire somebody to help me with it. If my channel gets to a big enough point where I can afford to pay someone to edit my videos and help me with that kind of stuff, because like I said, I'm not good at it at all. But for right now, I'm just enjoying building a rapport and a relationship with you guys, and that's really important to me on my channel, is that I get to know each one of my subscribers. And you guys, even those of you that are not commenting, it's okay. Like, you'll get warmed up to the idea, and you'll know that you're safe here. um we have a really good core group of people here that are hella positive. They are going to welcome you when you come in and they notice that you're new. Like that, we have a really good group of women and men who support this channel and who are helping me out with things behind the scenes. And I just want to keep that same positivity and momentum moving forward. Hey Christian, what's up, girl? I love you, girl. I'm so glad to have found your channel. I'm so glad you found my channel too. I am really so excited. And you know what? I was thinking, the people who need to find my channel are going to find my channel, and they're going to be here. And that's what it's all about, you guys. Like, sometimes I'm thinking, what I've learned on YouTube is that I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea, right? But the people who I am their cup of tea, they're going to find me and they're going to come here. And Josh gave me an opportunity to be exposed to 500,000 people, and so that was such a huge opportunity for me. And it's bringing in the most amazing people. Like, I am so excited to have all you guys here. And, my mission is always going to stay the same. Like, I'm here for the still sick and suffering, and I'm here to support you guys that are in recovery that need support. Um, you know, if you need resources and you're struggling, I went yesterday and got back on my mental health meds. Thank you so much. I've been on Suboxone for almost 10 years. Girl, I'm so proud of you, Christian. That is what's up. And here's the thing, Christian, don't let anybody change your mind or make you feel ashamed for being on Suboxone. We were talking about that yesterday in our live stream with Dr. B. You guys, there is a whole new fellowship of men and women that are coming up. And the fellowship is called MARA, okay? We do MARA meetings here on my channel every Friday night. And I want you guys to go to marainternational.org and look and see if they have meetings in your state, because they have face-to-face meetings popping up all over the United States. Medically Assisted Recovery Anonymous. And Medically Assisted Recovery Anonymous, their whole preamble is centered around living a healthy lifestyle. And it doesn't matter if you're on medications, and that means any medication. That means medication for depression, anxiety. That means medication for addiction. That means medication for if you're sick. I used to be, but it keeps me grounded in my life to family. Without it, I have no idea where I would be. I'm fine being on forever. Good job, girl. Candy says, I'm fully considering going back on my depression meds because it's not getting better, y'all, for real. Then Candy, you need to go and get an appointment. I'm going to call you after this. I'm new here, and I know someone who was a victim to human trafficking. She could really benefit from this group, but she fears that you won't want to help her. Hey, Medusa, bring her on over. She's welcome here. Everybody's welcome here, you guys. It doesn't matter if you had an addiction or not. If you need support and you want to join in, as long as you're respectful of other people, then you're welcome here. I haven't really had any problems with people being disrespectful to each other. For the most part, it's pretty great over here. But I know as the channel grows that we're going to have people that come in that maybe don't understand what we're doing over here, and or maybe they don't agree with it, and that's okay too. You know, we just got to figure out who our people is, and our vibe is going to attract our tribe, right? And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put out the positivity so that way we can bring those people in here. And a lot of us, yeah, a lot of us, Medusa, have been through experiences. Now, I wasn't human trafficked. I wasn't a prostitute that had a pimp or anything like that. But I have been raped before. Okay. And it was horrible. Okay. And I also have a lot of ladies that I work with that have been in human trafficking and have been, hey, Starlight, have been taken advantage of, and these guys just like rule their mind and their lives, and they make all their decisions for them and take all their money. And so, you know, I think that having support from other women who are sober and living their life right can be a really good asset to someone who is struggling with those kind of things, with abuse, with neglect, with human trafficking. You know, because what happens is those men that human traffic with these women, you guys, they get into your mind, and they get their clutches on it, and then they run you. It's like it's a narcissist kind of thing. They get narcissist supply from making you their slave, basically, you know. So yeah, she's more than welcome to come over here. I'll do the best I can to support her with whatever she needs support with. But if she's wanting to have one-on-one support, she can reach me on the Real Talk Recovery cell phone. She just text me. Here's the number right here, or you can email me, and I'll put my email down here too. Now, I'm not a professional, you guys. I'm not a doctor. I don't have like a degree in counseling or therapy, but all I have is my own experience. And if I don't have experience in something, I will tell you, hey, I've never had that happen, but I'll help you find somebody that has, that you can relate to. I'm never going to act like I can help you if I can't. Okay? Because I know my strengths and my weaknesses. You feel me? So I will point you in the right direction. But here's the thing, if I point you in the right direction and then you don't take the lead, right? Then that I can't do anything about that. So if I'm helping you find resources and you're not taking it upon yourself to take those opportunities, then I can't do anything, you know? But I will help you any way I can. One day, eventually, hopefully, I'll be able to, you know, have like a Real Talk Recovery business or something where I can open up a halfway house or a counseling place for women, you know. But for right now, it's just me doing the YouTube videos and trying to inspire you guys, and trying to be here to be a helping hand, you know. And also, I'm going to be honest, it really does help me coming on here and talking with y'all. It reminds me where I came from. Hey, Mom. Okay, everybody in the chat that's new, that's my mom, Gina DeMeo. So, just so you know, that's my mama. I think it's really important for us to know, like, you know, what we can and can't do, because then we won't get into a bind where we overwhelm ourselves. You know what I mean? For the most part, the only thing I kind of felt overwhelmed with, hey SS, what's up, girl? I'm so glad you're here, girl. I've been seeing all your comments over there on 23-in-1 when I did that video, and it made my heart just so happy to see that. There's my email. I hope you guys can read that. Yeah, I monetized, you guys. Here's the thing with monetization, okay? I'm gonna keep y'all in the loop, all right? Total transparency. Okay, I got monetized back in February of 2019 because I hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, and I think it was like 4,000 watch hours or something like that. And they monetized my channel. But here's the catcher. Okay, I do a lot of live stream videos. So when I upload these videos, sometimes they get demonetized and I have to send that video in for review. Lately here, I've been getting all my videos reviewed and approved. I'll show y'all. But, okay. Sorry about that. I'm going to show you guys on my computer. Okay. So that way y'all know what I'm talking about, because I didn't understand it all at first either. I was like, what the heck? I thought I was going to get monetized and I was going to be making all kinds of dollars. But it doesn't work like that. It's really all about how many views you get on your videos and then the ads that you can place on them. And I'm not like going to overly saturate my videos with ads. I put an ad at the beginning of the videos and I put an ad at the end, and I might start putting one in the middle, and that's it. Like before, during, and after the video. But that's all I do. I hate when I go in and I see a video that has like an ad every 5 or 3 minutes. That drives me insane. You know what I mean? It's only because I have to, if either I have to watch it all or I have to skip over it, you know? And then some of them are not skippable, you know? But I'm going to show you guys which videos get monetized and how it all works out. So with my monetization and the videos that are getting monetized, I got one check, I think it was in April, for $140. I love you too, Mom. And then I got another check in May, June, August for $130, and that's all I've gotten. So I've made a total of like $260 off of my YouTube channel since January when I got monetized. So what's going on is my views aren't high enough for me to be making revenue, you know. And when I do, like on Super Chats, that's the thing about Super Chats. Like, I love the fact that you guys want to help me out and send those Super Chats. But the best thing for you to do is to send it to my PayPal, because when you Super Chat, YouTube takes like 30% of it. You know what I mean? So I don't even get the whole amount. And that drives me insane. And so what I'm going to start doing is like linking just ways, if you want to support my channel, like linking my PayPal or my Patreon. And, you know, you could always join my Patreon, you guys. Like, if you're a man, you can join my Patreon. I just don't have any guys in my Patreon yet. But if you do join it, I'm going to make a separate man's Patreon chat for the guys that do join. But I haven't had any men join yet. Yes, Amy, you've been here with me for a year, girl. Yes, that's so awesome. Isn't that cool how we're all like, and there's some of you that like Heart's Love, she's fixing to hit 7 months sober, and I've been with her the whole time. And so has Sonia. She's fixing to hit 7 months, I think. I've been with her the whole time. I mean, there's a lot of you guys that have came here right when you started your sobriety. And okay, bring them on over, hearts. And I'll make a separate man's chat so that way. And if the women don't mind, I'll put the man in our other chat, you know, but I'll talk to you guys about that before I do it. We have a private Hangouts chat for the patrons. Mom says she's doing good, you guys, and it's so nice to see you guys in the chat. She knows that you're sticking with your program and you're living your best life. And I'm nothing but proud of all of you. Thanks, Mom. We love you. Good job, Candy. Keep it real. That's what you got to do all the time. Because here's the thing, you guys. Like, if you're struggling, let people know. And I know, like, not everybody is going to... I don't know. I know not everybody feels comfortable showing emotion, you know, on videos and stuff like that. The reason I do that, you guys, is not because I'm trying to do it. Like, I struggle. I can't help it. You can ask my mom. My dad's the same way. Like my emotions are just right here. And they're just, and now that I'm sober, the feelings I feel are so strong when I feel them. I can't even explain it to you. Um, I can't not explain it to you. It's just so overwhelming. I'm struggling so bad, but I'm crazy paranoid about opening up. Scottish Siren, what are you? Why, girl? You ain't got to be afraid of opening up around here. You're safe here. Okay. So, for instance, let me show you guys. Okay. I, can you see the screen? Okay, you see those green dollar signs here, not monetized? That says that because it was a StreamYard stream that I did last night with Dr. B. So now what I have to do, it's already gotten 231 views on it. Now I have to go in and I have to send it in for monetization, because when I upload those streams, sometimes they don't get monetized right away. And so they just sit there getting all those views. Not that I get a lot, but they're a lot for me, and it's not monetized. So that's 231 views on that video that I just basically lost. And that happens all the time. Okay. Right. And so it's not that like and I think it's because I talk about addiction and recovery on my channel, that a lot of times my videos are demonetized right away. I never tell anyone when I'm struggling, but the emotions and the intrusive thoughts, obsessiveness is driving me mad. I just kind of do the one day at a time thing, but I can't afford to relapse. Hey, Sam, are you still pregnant? I am just like, so now what I need to start doing, this is what I'm going to start doing. And we're just kind of like having an open conversation. I'm just showing you guys this because I want to be transparent. I want you guys to see like what's going on. Okay. So now I'm going to show you the video. Okay. So hold on. Okay. Okay. So I just sent it in. I don't know if you can see it. I just sent it in and for monetization, and look, it came back yellow. Okay. Do you know what that means? That means it's not monetized. So guess what I have to do now? Now I have to manually request a review from YouTube. Okay. So now I have to manually request a review, which takes over 24 hours for that review to go through. And that video was with Dr. B. That's one of my videos that everyone's going to watch, because a lot of you guys come here and I know you guys know that I'm not going to just tell you some bullshit, but having Dr. B on my channel, it shows you like, hey, I'm sharing things with you that are not just made up in my mind. Like, I have a doctor backing up the stuff that I'm saying on my channel, about recovery with medically assisted treatment, and how it needs to be more accepting. So that's the tea on what's going on with the monetization. Okay, guys. So like the video, it'll probably get approved and it'll be monetized tomorrow. But I missed out on all those first views at first. So. But that's what's going on. That's how I have to do everything. I have to send everything in for manual review. Her sleeve, just like her daddy. My mom says my daughter wears her heart on her sleeve, just like her daddy. She's very much emotes. You can just look at Nicole's face and you know what she's thinking and feeling. Yeah. I can't hide it. My face usually tells it all. So, and I also have been trying to like make kind of different thumbnails and make them look kind of like cool and flashy. And I'm not really good at it, but I've been working on it. So I hope you guys are kind of seeing the changes that I'm trying to make, you know? Um, Yeah, you guys listen to me. My mom is one of my biggest cheerleaders, and she has been so supportive of me all through my recovery. And even when I was in my addiction, my parents kicked me out, but they had to do that, you guys, because if they didn't kick me out, I wasn't going to hit rock bottom. So, kicking me out really forced me to, hit bottom and start making the changes that I needed to make to stay sober and get my life together. Um, it's just crazy how over the last 4.5 years things have changed so much for me, you guys, and I couldn't have done it honestly without the support from my YouTube channel and my recovery family. Um, when I'm struggling and I don't know what to do, I'll call my sponsor, but then guess what else I do? I come on here and I talk to you guys about it. Hey, Life Choices, what's up? How are you doing this morning or this afternoon? It is 1:30 here, so this afternoon. And I've been going through all y'all's comments and reading all the awesome, sweet comments y'all are making. So I want to read one of these comments that Messy Marv commented. He said, Dr. B is the man. If only more doctors were like him. Attention addicts, don't listen to anyone telling you you're wrong for getting clean the way you are. Addiction is a disease. When you have a disease, you do whatever it takes to cure that disease, or at least treat the disease. I wish you all success and joy in your life. Thanks, Messy Marv. That is what I'm talking about. Like, we wouldn't judge somebody else for getting on a medication for their diabetes, their cancer, when somebody catches an STD, they have to take medication to get rid of that STD. Yes, that is a STD they caught because they made not good choices and had sex with somebody without protection, right? Hey, Bella, what's up, baby girl? Okay, Amy, love you. I'll see you tonight, okay? Life Choices, it says, it is horrible how misinformed people are and how the doctors don't have a clue when prescribing it. Hey, the wilderness, I know, man. And I've also have a young man that has been calling me on the Real Talk Recovery phone line, you guys. And his doctor, he's been on 8 milligrams and he's struggling. He needs to go up to about 12. And I've been there. I was on 12. I got put on 8. Then I got bumped up to 12. Now I'm on 6 because I've been tapering. Hey, Daniel, what's up? So, but this young man is on 8 milligrams, and he's been trying to tell his doctor, like, I feel like I need to go up to 12. And the doctor will not push him up no matter what, you guys. No matter what. He has went in like 3 times asking for help. And the doctor keeps telling him no. So I finally told him, I was like, if your doctor's not going to work with you and he's not hearing that you're struggling, then we need to talk to him. You need to maybe find another doctor. And so that's what we're going to do is we're going to find him another doctor and see if he can try somewhere else. Because here's the thing, you guys, if you're working with a doctor and he's not hearing your concerns, he's not listening to what you're trying to tell him, the doctor shouldn't look at you and say you're a drug addict. I can't trust what you're saying. Okay? That's the doctor should be with you open-minded, okay? Should be there to hear your concerns. If you're trying to change your life and do better, that doctor with Suboxone, that doctor should be 100% on your team. There should be no divide in between communication with you and the doctor. And if you have a doctor that's like just refuses to see things from your point of view and kind of try to help you out with your dose, it's always good to get a second opinion, you guys, or a third opinion. Talk to someone else. Hey, Classy. Talk to someone else, okay? Talk to another doctor, all right? Because it's your life. It's your life that you getting put on 12 milligrams of Suboxone could save somebody's life instead of keeping them on 8, I've stayed on 8 milligrams for 4 years. I love my doctor. He is amazing. I feel safe and cared for in his care. Without him and his loving kindness, whoop, I'd be out in the streets probably or in prison by now. Christian, I'm so proud of you, girl. Good job. Yes, Classy. I tried to call you right back after that and you didn't answer the phone. So, we see, that's the part of my issue. I have a literal fear of doctors now because I've seen nothing but horrible doctors who were downright rude to me. Girl, I totally understand, Merncat. What?
Where's the paint?
Daddy has it over there on the kitchen table.
And the pumpkins.
I think they're in the plastic bag up there with Daddy.
The pumpkin, the paint though.
Yeah, it's up there with Daddy. He'll show you where it's at. Merncat, I know what you're saying, and that's why. Do you know what we need to do, you guys? When you're seeking treatment, whether it's methadone or Suboxone treatment, if that's the route you're going, we have to try. You go to the doctor and you work with them and you talk to them. You see if you and that doctor have a good working relationship, okay? And here's the thing with me. I try to go in, I try to sit down, I try to be completely transparent, right? Completely honest. I'm struggling. This is where I'm at, right? Oh, really, Merncat? So Merncat says, when I called around in my area for Suboxone doctors, it started with the receptionist being so rude, especially once they found out I have Medicaid for insurance. I know what you're saying. Like, oh gosh, I'm going to tell you guys something, okay? The relationship that I have with my clinic is amazing. Like, I go in there and I have no problems. I drop my samples, give my UAs, they count my medication, all kinds of different stuff, no problems. Now, my husband, on the other hand, they give him a hard time every time he goes in there. I don't know what it is. We're married, we're both in the same household, and they're constantly trying to like catch him up on something. And now we're not doing anything, so there's nothing to catch, but it's like there's some kind of, I don't know if they don't like him, but if you're sensing that kind of feeling from the receptionist, try not to judge what the doctor's going to be like by that receptionist. You know what I'm saying? And try to go in there and see how the doctor's going to be. But I'm going to tell you something right now, you guys, like, I've had bad experiences with doctors before, and I know that feels horrible, especially when you're looking for help. Do not let some doctor or nurse or receptionist deter you from getting life-saving treatment. Okay? Because I would rather you get on Suboxone, get on methadone, than to be back and forth relapsing and die on me. Okay? I don't want to wake up and find out that Merncat died of an overdose. I don't want to find out that, one of you is in the hospital, because you were ashamed or because you felt judged by your doctor or their workers. Okay? We know in our hearts that we are trying to do the right thing. We know in our hearts that we're seeking help. Okay? No one else matters. Okay? All that matters is that you're trying to change your life and be a better person. Okay? The bigger the clinic, the worse the care. Try finding private docs and try not to judge the clinic by the person answering the phone. Right. And that's how it gets, because I feel like what happens, you guys, so many people are getting on Suboxone and methadone right now. And so I know that it's an overflow probably of people needing care. Okay? It is hard. It is very, very hard. So many people are struggling with opiate addiction. Listen, there's some girls at the clinic I go to. One of them, I just look at her like, why is she even here? Because she doesn't want to help anybody. It's just like she's miserable, But I just go in there. I'm smiling. I'm happy to be alive. And I just do what I have to do. Now, hey, Angel, I'd probably stay on Suboxone for the rest of my life, you guys, if I didn't have to go to the doctor all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? It's those damn doctor visits that drive me insane. Because it's just an inconvenience, you know? If I could go pick up a prescription at the pharmacy and not even have to go to the doctor, like it would be ideal, you know? But, you know, that's how it is. Life's not always going to be perfect. And we all have to remember, you know, like for me,
Mom.
What?
Daddy said to draw this, so draw it right now.
Okay, give me a pencil. I made poor choices, and those poor choices put me in a bad place, right? That's how I have it in Northern California. What? How, Justin? Like you only go to the pharmacy and you don't have to go. See, this is how it is here, and I have a video all about the Suboxone clinic I go to, but here it starts out in phases. Your first phase, what you do is you go bi-weekly, and you take a drug screen, you go to some classes, and you do therapy with your therapist, and you're on the bi-weekly schedule for about 3 months. Hold on, let me go get my charger. Hold on, Nate, you got a pen? Pencil? I'll get you one, Nate.
I'll show you which one to draw.
Okay. There's probably, what do you want me to draw? A face?
This one. It's the little overbite. What's the overbite?
Is that overbite? Okay.
Could you open this?
Come on, I'm doing a meeting. Come on.
Where is it, Daddy?
I'm drawing. It's right in here, buddy. Okay, guys, I gotta charge my phone up. Okay. I'll do that in a second. I'm drawing Nate a pumpkin. Okay, do you want triangle eyes? $400? Really? Doctor's appointment every other month. Okay, Justin, so the way they do it at ours is it's bi-weekly at first. That's for 3 months, okay? Okay. 3 months you go bi-weekly, and you have to go to groups with other people that are on Suboxone that are in the groups.
Can I do the triangle eyes?
I'm doing it.
I need to do something.
And then after you go to bi-weekly for about 3 months, then you graduate up to monthly, okay? And then you only have to go once a month to do your classes, your drug screen, and your therapy. Get your prescription. Then once you graduate from monthly, you go to the next phase. He does. Once you graduate from monthly, you go to the next phase. The next phase is quarterly, and that's what I'm on right now. I go once every 3rd month. So it's really not that bad. I guess I shouldn't be complaining, but you know, the more I get busy in my life, like with my son and with my YouTube channel and with helping you guys out, the more it becomes like it's a lot, you know?
No.
Oh, you have to go to groups here. And it's like groups, like it's like meetings in the clinic with other people that are still getting high. Sometimes they'll come in and they'll be under the influence, and you're like, what the heck? How am I supposed to be in this class with these people who are, you know, loaded? There you go. Good.
No, the overbite.
Did I not do it right? Oh, I did it.
You didn't do the overbite.
Okay.
It's not even an overbite.
Okay.
You don't know what. It's longer on the overbite, see?
Okay. How's that?
Let me see.
Good?
A longer like that.
Okay, let me try it like this. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I got a little guy who wants an overbite pumpkin. He wants his pumpkin to have an overbite. We'll put one tooth down here.
No, 1, 2.
How's that look?
Let me see. What did you do?
Does that look better? I did it on the other side. Okay, now you can go. I've been on Suboxone for 7 years, and I still have to see a doctor once. Hold on. Now I can read y'all's comments. I'm so sorry. I was drawing that, boy. Okay. Put you guys on the charger. There we go. Sorry about that. So let me see what you guys are saying. I didn't mean to miss your comments. Okay. Free care only. Man, I wish I only went once every 3 months. I've not had a dirty UA in over 5 years. Me neither, Christian. I haven't had a dirty UA since I started, which is 4.5 years. So good job, girl. 5 years. That's amazing. Hey, Missa. You're right about that. I still have to see a doctor once a month. If I have to be on it for the rest of my life, so be it. A lot of people are on meds for any other medical issues. That's how I look at it. Same here, Justin. Same here. You guys need to be found. So what I was going to tell you guys is, I think the doctors, like my doctor's always referring to like the DEA and stuff. I think they have to they have to see us like at least once every quarter. And so that's why we have a quarterly, is it buffering? Let me know what's going on. If I need to, I'll get off. Okay, there you go. But you guys, my doctor is so freaking cool. Like, he is a good doctor. Like, I cannot even complain one bit about him. He was actually my therapist whenever I was in treatment. And thanks, Mom. That's because you taught me. He was my therapist when I was in rehab. And whenever I went into rehab, he was like really fed up with me because I came in with this shitty attitude. I was pissed because my friend called the state of Arkansas on me, and I was just like, being mad because I had to be in treatment. And so he looked at me and he said, "So you're mad because your best friend saved your life, basically?" And I remember when he said that, I got so mad. I was like, "Dude, you don't know my life." And I was angry and I was fed up. But it ended up being the best thing that ever happened to me, was being in there. It's doing it a lot. Make sure all the other Wi-Fi is shut off in the house. Is it okay? Is it better now, you guys? Yeah, Missa. So you guys want to know that story real fast before I get off? Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys about the girl who called CPS on me. Okay, and then what we'll do is I'll sign off, and then I'll come on and see you guys tonight. Okay. Bye, Mom. Love you. Have a good day. So, the girl who called CPS on me, her name was Tara, and we were friends for about 4 years, maybe even longer than that, before she called CPS on me. And we were both actively using drugs. Okay, I lived with her for a while, for about 2.5 years. I mean, we were druggy buddies, Well, I ended up moving in with my husband. We ended up having my son, and Nate wasn't even 1 yet. It was 2 days before his first birthday. And me and my friend Tara had gotten into a huge argument. She owed me some money, and I went and I got it from her old man. Okay. I went and got $30 from her boyfriend, who was a police officer, because she owed it to me, and she got mad. And she called me that night, and she was like, "I'm going to call CPS on you because you are high." And I was like, "Girl, so are you. We both are, Well, I didn't think anything of it. I didn't believe her, and I just hung up, and I was like, "Fuck you." Well, she ended up calling CPS on me, and they came to my house 3 times in a row, and I didn't answer the door. Well, once I finally answered the door, they told me I needed to come in and take a drug test, and I did, and I failed. And they ended up taking my kid. My husband failed. We both failed for opiates and benzos, and so they ended up taking Nathaniel. But I ended up getting my son back, you guys. I worked my ass off for 10 months. I got my child. I got him back. I got sober. I'm living my life right. And I blocked her on all social media because once I got my son back, you guys, she started trying to call me. And I was pissed. I was like, "Fuck you, bitch. Why are you calling me?" Right? Well, I started working the 12 steps with my sponsor, and I got on my 4th step. And that's when I had to start writing down all the people that I had resentments towards, all the things I'd ever done in my life that were good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. And so this girl was on my 4th step. I had a huge resentment towards her. Well, about a year passed, and I was making amends to all the people that, I needed to make amends to. And I hadn't seen her, so I put her on my maybe list. Well, I was at work one day, and I was doing my thing, and the next thing I looked over, and she had just walked in the door, and she saw me, and tears started running down her face, and she started like waving to me, like, "Hey, do you see me?" And she walked over, and before she could even say one word, I just looked at her and I told her, I said, "I forgive you. I forgive you." She was high as hell, still high to this day. And I told her I forgave her, and I gave her a hug, and I got her phone number. She got my phone number, and we didn't hang out or anything, but like I had her phone number. Well, this all ties into what I'm about to tell you now. About 4 months ago, she had started calling me because she was hallucinating that people were up in her attic. And she was calling the police out to her apartment like every other day because she was on methamphetamine. And she has an 11-year-old daughter. And she would call me, and I would tell her, like, "Girl, it's okay. There's nobody up there." And she was like, "No, Nicole, you don't understand. There is." So I kind of just was like, "I can't go over there. I'm sorry." Well, about a month and a half ago, she called me while I was at work, screaming and yelling, saying that her daughter was having sex with men, that she had men in her room and they were hiding underneath her bed, that people were up in her attic. And I said, "Well, where's your daughter now?" You guys have to remember, I knew her daughter since she was a baby. Her daughter was at the house with her. And so I said, "Listen, I'm coming over, stay there." So I drove to her house, and I went inside, and I checked everywhere. I checked under the bed, I looked out the windows, I looked in the attic, and there was nothing there. And she was higher than Cooter Brown, just skeezed out, and her daughter was crying. And that's when I said, "Listen, let me take your daughter, okay, and she can stay the night with me tonight. You can get some rest, okay, and I'll bring her back tomorrow, no problems." Well, she wouldn't let me take her, you guys. And she even sat me down and showed me a video on her phone of the person that was up in the attic. There was nothing on the phone. She was sitting there going, "Can't you see it? Can't you see it?" And I have a video up on my channel about when this happened. And so she wouldn't let me take her daughter, so I left. Well, that night she ended up calling the police. And the police ended up taking her and her daughter up to Children's Hospital. And she almost got her kid taken away that night. So she's still doing what she was doing. She still won't admit that she's high and that she's still getting high. But I went over there because I wanted to help and I wanted to take her daughter out of that situation. But even though she called CPS on me, you guys, I still can't do that to someone else. And you guys might think that's wrong, but I'd rather step in and take her baby, take that little girl and take care of her, or take her to her family's house. So that's what started happening, is that I reached out to her mother and her sister and told them what was happening, and hopefully they stepped in and took the little girl. But now it's come full circle, and I'm sober, and I look back and I'm like, thank God I'm not living that life anymore, But it was really, really scary to see her like that, because that's exactly how I was. So, anyways, I love you guys. I'm going to get off here and go make some lunch and stuff for the boys, but I'll see you guys tonight. I hope you guys will come. Tonight at 10 o'clock, we're going to do a scary ghost story live stream. I want you guys to call in on the recovery cell phone and tell your scariest ghost stories or your scariest, most craziest addiction stories, okay? So let's do that, okay? So 10 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks, Cindy. I love you guys. I love chatting with you guys today, and I'll see y'all later.